my styrene junkies, half-ass model garage. Guys, I've been having some health issue stuff going on again, so right after JaxaCon, some things happened. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. The video is gonna be long enough trying to catch up on some things. Most of this is just really pertains to what you buy Wednesday, but some things added up, so I will try to go through this as fast as possible. Some of the stuff is from the JaxaCon show, and then some of it's from um, Michaels, and I, I got something from Gallery too, but I'm not going to bore you guys with that. Everybody's seen all their airbrushes and stuff now, so it's not even a point to even show that stuff anymore. So I guess without further ado, let's start with some shout outs. I can't remember if I did or didn't, but again, Skip-O-Matic was at the JaxaCon show. Really cool guy. I believe he took some hardware home too. Again, Skip, congratulations. I don't have the cards for everybody, but also I saw Andrew. Andrew, always great to see Andrew and Lewis. You know, Project Zero, cool kid. Really like him. He does some great stuff too. So he's got a good channel, guys. Check him out. Tim's Customs Models. I got a sticker from him, and I did get his first print of his. All right, AI. AI. Come on. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Guess sometimes a smart camera is not a smart camera. Anyways, this is the first issue for Scale Model Enthusiast. Really cool magazine. Can't wait to see what he does for the future. But congratulations to him, and I really hope that this takes off well for him. Guys, if you can too, support him, because that's what helps these guys grow and keep doing it, you know. And if we want to see stuff from shows that you can't go to, or you know, really cool models that have been built by somebody, the only way it's going to get done is by these guys doing it. And let me tell you, it's a lot of work, a lot of hard time and everything. So, you know, buying their magazine is really going to help them in the long run to want to continue to do it, you know. So please support your magazines, guys. So I also saw Shaggy, or Rick as his real name. Me and my girl and his girl, we hung out Saturday night, and a lot of times at the show and stuff. I mean, really down to earth couple. Enjoyed every minute of the time we spent with you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys at another show. It's like, it's good to see supportive wives. I know there's plenty of them out there, but I'm just saying, you know, supportive wives that are there, and you know, some that even build. So, but got his cool stickers too, and those will go down on the mat of fame along with Tim's and Andrews. They will all be down here to be seen somewhat in the future. Anyways, let's keep this moving. So at Michael's, I got some ideas that I'm going to be working on in the future. So I picked up some really, really fine thread for the stitching embossing for the seats. I also got this. I'm going to try this stuff out here because I couldn't find the crepe paper or crepe stuff that I was informed about. This is kind of stretchy. Oh, sorry, get in camera, dude. It's kind of stretchy, and it's white. It's like a satin velvet, but I'm thinking of trying to dye it with the paint and then be able to glue it. You know, tucking glue on to either seats or carpet or whatever. just it wasn't real expensive. Um, oh crap! I don't know. They didn't put the price on it. I mean, it wasn't real expensive to try. And trust me, I mean, we all try a bunch of different stuff, and it works. It works. It don't. Throw it in the garbage. So I got that. I also got some more of this basic felt. It's pretty thin. It's not real thin, but I'm thinking, headliners. I got this gray for trunks for a lot of the older cars. They didn't have colored carpet in their cars. They had like this gray tone. Plus under the hood, that's why I was thinking with the black too under the hood for those areas. Um, 62 cents for a sheet. I mean, that'll cover quite a bit of models as far as I'm concerned for 62 cents, even if it's a flop. Who knows? I might be able to use it for something else or not. It goes into the garbage. So, I also found some 30 gauge iron fiber, iron wire. It's 400 feet, and it was pretty cheap too. And I got this because 30, small gauge metal wire is kind of hard to find, but this 30 gauge will make some really good brake lines, fuel lines, help with any other kind of, like if you wanted to do your heater hoses to give them, to bend them, you could put it in it. I know people use solder or whatever, but this is another choice. And I found this with the flower arrangement stuff. So people who like make flowers, this is the stuff that you would use. Sometimes it comes in green. You would use to wrap the flowers around a stick or whatever and cinch it off. So it's the smallest gauge I've ever found in wire. I have other stuff that, the average is like 26 gauge or 28 gauge, but to find a 30 gauge was, to me, was a score. So got that. These were on sale. I don't need this much, but they were $3 a bottle, and I don't think, yeah, they're not open. But it's what are they calling it? It's a decorative filler. It's kind of like dirt, grass. Would help if I gave you guys upside down. Here we go. Um, so dirt. So basically, I got the dark brown and this kind of off silver, which this kind of remind me of like when you get crushed stone for your driveway and stuff. So that's why I kind of figured, oh, maybe down the road with other dioramas, but I'm going to use this stuff in my garage diorama for the landscape going around it. And they were on sale for $3 a piece, clearance, whatever you want to call it, from the $9 that they normally are. So I was like, all right, I'm getting it. So when I was looking for the crepe paper or crepe, I'm not quite sure how it's said. I went looking in Walmart first at the Jacksicon show because it was down the road. And I bought this stuff here, which is like, I don't know, like a backing, I think, that you would use on fabric stuff, or it's one of them, oh, for the cross stitch. That's what this one's for. When you're doing that, I think it's called cross stitching. When it goes into the rings, those wooden rings, and then you kind of do the whoop, whoop, whoop through. I used to do it way back in the day when I was in bed. But I was thinking the same thing. I might be able to paint it or dye it, and use it as actual seat pleat, because it's perfect little squares that are very close to scale that would give some decorative to the, like if you had inner seats instead of just the long pleats, this would give like a square pleats. Just something different and something to try. You know, it don't work again, throw it in the trash. So almost done with what I got as far as Acme Show. I won this one in a raffle. I'm not 100% always an airplane guy, but I'm not really always a uh, old timey. I mean, it looks like it's all in here. There's some photo etch, um, which I might bag it up a little bit, bag up the things. I do have a person in mind sending it to them. Probably know him up in Massachusetts there. Good old Charlie Mack. He likes to build stuff like this, so I might turn around and pay it forward and give it to somebody that will really appreciate building it. I'm not saying I wouldn't appreciate it. I just I entered the raffle hoping to win a different plane, but I got that one. All right, so the ones I bought this Chrysler LeBaron. I think it's a pretty cool kit. I love my old cars too, especially the stuff before the era of you know, um, I think the 40s because this is a 32. Um, I mean, this kit says it came out in 79, so I think it's going to be just a real cool kit to build, and if it comes out real good, I'll bring it to the show. If it don't, it'll be just sitting on the shelf. Uh, Chevrolet Cabriolet. I think that's how you say that. So I'll try to keep the glare out. Another little cool classic. And then it goes AI again. Um, it's a 32 as well. Got a 32 theme going on, I guess. Guess I like 32s pretty much. I love my Packards. I love a lot of Packards. I think that looking at a lot of the older cars, besides your Lincolns and stuff like that, Packards were always very classy car. And this one here is the Boat Tail Speedster, and it's the 1930. And I think it's just a. Can I do it this way? Sorry if it's too far away, guys, but the AI is being funky today, so I keep my head in it. But I think this will make another cool build. Excuse me. And last but not least, I got a Chrysler Imperial Phantom. Uh, as you can see, definitely a scheme of certain automobiles. This isn't a Italeri kit, I believe is how you say it. I think it can be built, or no, these are other kits. There's the Mercedes, the Bugatti, and the Rolls Royce, which they all look like cool cars too. Um, Usually when I go to a show and I see stuff like this, I try to scoff them up because these are kits that I can't just find in any you're never going to see it in a Hobby Lobby. And very rarely do I see them in any hobby store that I have around because everybody's trying to keep up with the latest and greatest stuff that's out there. I really do like everything. I'm not particular. If it jumps out at me and says, hey, I like you and I want you to build me, usually I get it. Give me a second to wet my Peter. Don't take that the wrong way. So I think that's everything. What am I at? 14 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with the gallery airbrush. I bought the Avantis. It took a while to get it because they were doing some stuff. They sent me a nice, cool little tinkering kit or adjustment kit so that you can really take your airbrush apart, which I really appreciated that for, they were just sending that as an appreciation for hanging in there with them. Um, Everybody knows Gallery is pretty cool. We like their stuff. Um, Again, I haven't worked on anything, guys, because I basically got another blood infection. I was in the hospital for 3 or 4 days. Plus, I got the coronavirus. I don't know how, whatever. Um, so I'm not feeling tip top. So I haven't really been working on anything. I usually end up going into sweats. I've had high fevers. Um, they're working on. I can't tell I can't pronounce the name, but it is like a strep infection in the bloodstream. It's got a special name. Now they know, but they're doing another blood test to find out uh, if it's still there because they did pump me full of antibiotics, or if I'm gonna need to go in the hospital and get more. So, anyways, I told you I wasn't gonna bore you with that, and they did, didn't I? Sorry, guys. Well, I think, and I didn't do it in the beginning, but Joe, thank you for hosting. What did you buy Wednesday? Joe over at the Big Sky Model Works. Um, and I think we'll call it a quits there, guys. Until the next video, hopefully will be some updates on the Gasser build. Everybody, please take care. You know, prayers to everyone who needs it. There's a lot of us that need it. We've also losing some more fine modelers in this world. So I don't know them personally myself, but I saw another post and I saw Rick's and um, Jimmy's posts and stuff. I mean, Jay's. The other guy, like I said, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know Charlie Mack put it out there and a couple others. And all I can do is send my condolences to the family. Um, I know how hard it is. I know it's tough. So, but my prayers go out to everybody who needs it. With that, I'm going to call it done. Till the next time, guys. Later.